2, 3, funk it.
Hello honey buns, it's Demi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're just joining us now, welcome! We are going to be doing that video that I feel like a lot of people are doing. I feel like this is kind of a video that is trending, but it's not really a trending video. Why do I sound like Siri? I don't know. Basically, I asked over on my Instagram for some questions that you feel like I've avoided or maybe not answered, or just juicy questions. And today we're going to be answering them, and I'm very, very excited about it. I have a tendency to ramble on when I get going on a question, so I'm not going to ramble on in the intro. We're going to get straight into it. Off we trot. Do you regret the video you made titled Zoella Hates Me? So basically, a bit of a background, I privated this video, so this is probably why the person thinks I regrets it. But Zoella followed me, I would say 3 years ago on Twitter, and then unfollowed us, I would say 7 months after. And that's because little Demi here used to think she was a drama channel, and I did a video talking about the Hello World scandal. And Zoella basically unfollowed me after that because it turns out she had, like, I think it was like, she was part of the Hello World situation somehow, but I didn't know that at the time. Or maybe I did know that and maybe I still made the video. Do I regret the video? No, because it was literally just me moaning on about how she unfollowed us. I don't really see why I would regret it. But yeah, I privated all the drama channel type of videos that I done because I just felt it wasn't the vibe I wanted my actual channel to go down. I think when you are coming up as a creator on YouTube, especially me, you like to try different categories of videos to see what works for you and what doesn't. And that worked for me in terms of views, and I definitely grew subscribers off it, but it definitely wasn't the way I wanted my channel to like go and, you know, be in the end. So I don't regret it, no, but I don't really want that on my channel anymore, so that's why it's gone. Okay, the next question is, can you tell us about that time that a brand didn't pay you? So basically on Instagram, on my stories, I talked about an issue that I had with a brand who I'd worked with who hadn't paid us. So I had this really, well, to be honest, in the full year of doing YouTube full time, I've worked with amazing brands and had absolutely no problems. But I did have one problem last year. I worked with a brand and I sent my invoice off after all the work was complete, which is kind of the usual process when working with brands. And the due date for the payment to come through passed, and I didn't get the payment off the brand. So I was like, all right, okay, maybe it's just running a bit late. So I left it about 2 weeks, and then I still didn't have the payment. So I emailed the brand and I was like, hi, just to let you know, like, this payment hasn't gone through. Do we want to check bank details? Like, can we just see what's happening with this? So at first they were like, yeah, really sorry, it'll be through like on the Thursday, and it never came through on the Thursday. So I was like, all right, okay. So I contacted them again, let them know. And basically they kept putting me off and saying like, oh, you'll get it this date, you'll get it this date, and I never got it when they were saying. So this actually happened for like 3 months in total after the payment was due. At this point I was kind of thinking, oh my god, has this been a scam? I'm not going to name drop the brand because it is all sorted now, but they were a pretty big brand, and I was thinking like, oh my god, has this been some type of scam? But I didn't see how it could be a scam because I knew influencers who'd worked with the brand before and had been paid, but I just didn't understand why my invoice wasn't being paid. I'd been given no reason for the invoice not to be paid. Anyway, it took ages and ages. I ended up having to message the CEO of the company on Instagram and say to them, look, do you know about this situation? Because I'm at the process now where I really don't have any other choice but to take this further, because it feels like I'm not going to be paid what I'm owed. And it literally was so stressful. It was really getting us down, and it was around like the Christmas time as well that like obviously all this was happening because I'd worked with a brand earlier in the year and not had the payment. Anyway, it eventually, once I emailed the CEO, I got paid within 3 weeks. So I don't know what happened in-house with the company or anything like that, but I think they might have been having cash flow issues, or I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, I did eventually get paid, which I'm grateful for, because I honestly thought like I'd worked for nothing. Like, I didn't think I was going to get paid, but in the end I got paid, and it's the first really, like, I would say shit situation I had working with a brand. Like, all of the brands I've worked with have been amazing. At the most you'll have like a week or two delay on an invoice, but it's never anything like huge. This was just like ridiculous. But yeah, I can't complain because I've been really lucky and I get to work with the best brands, but that was just a really unfortunate situation. What happened with your office? Alright, okay, so basically I did an IKEA vlog where I was talking about getting an office, and I never shut up about the office in this video, and as you'll see, I'm still not in the office. What happened with it? Well, I got the office at the beginning of December. No, yeah, beginning of December, wasn't it? Yeah, so I basically got the office in the beginning of December, and when I got the office, the night that I got it, I decided I wanted to go to it to start moving some furniture in. Now, where my office was situated in the building was at the very top of the building, and I went to the office that night and it was really dark. There was nobody in the building. It was really, really scary, and I'm the type of person who likes to work late, and I had this full-on meltdown. Like, I honestly at Sean's that night couldn't sleep thinking about like the regret that I'd made, because it wasn't like a really, really cheap office. It was quite expensive, and I was just thinking like, I've wasted my money because I'm never going to be there, because I'm going to be too scared to bloody go to the office. So then I thought about it and I was like, well, maybe if I just go through the day, blah blah blah. But honestly, there was a few things that I wasn't like 100% happy with in the office anyway, and it wasn't going to be exactly the way I wanted it. So I spoke to the guy who like managed the office site and basically told him my worries and concerns, and he was so lovely. He was like the nicest person about it. He was like, he totally understood what, like, where I was coming from. So I do still have a virtual office, but it's not like an office that I'm going to use to film in that thing anymore like I initially intended it to be, just because I just didn't feel ready for that, and I kind of really like my room at the minute. And I think getting an office made us realise how much I appreciate working from home, when at one point I went through a stage of like not appreciating that at all. I would say kind of like September time, I was just like, oh my god, this is so boring, I hate it. But now I'm just like, I love it. I love sitting here with Dolly Doodles and a cuppa. Like, I feel so appreciative working from home, and having the office made us realise that. But yeah, I do still have a virtual office, but not a office like you would think. But as part of my virtual office, I do actually have a PO box, which is really, really exciting. So if you ever want to send us a letter or anything, my address is below and we can send a letter to each other, have a chat, how you doing, hon, you know. Next question is, would you ever make a sex tape? And my answer to that is straight up no. I feel like sex is quite a personal thing. I've only ever been with my partner Sean. I intend to only ever be with Sean now. You know, I've been with him 7 years, very happy. I'm just like, nah, not for me. But you do you, boo. If that's what you want to do, you do that. Like, you know, no judgments here. Have you ever broken the law? I'd be lying if I said no. Obviously I have, in terms of like maybe going over the speed limit in my car, or like, you know, little things. But I've never like done anything really bad that's like a huge break of the law. Like, I'm not this rebel. I'm pretty innocent, to be honest. What was the age you lost your virginity? So I feel like I answered this on most Q&As, but I actually lost my virginity at 16 years old with Sean, and I'd been with him 3 months. Can you tell us your bank balance? You're a cheeky one, aren't you? You like to know the score. You know what, I'm gonna, because I honestly don't really give a fuck. It's just money at the end of the day. Okay, so, well, I actually have 3 accounts, bank accounts. So I have a business account. Well, actually, I have 5 accounts. I've got my business account, where I use for like all my transactions. So like, for example, if I'm buying something for my business, it'll go through my business account and everything. Then I've got my savings account, which has like the most money in, because that's where I save all my money, and I'm so good at saving. Then I have my tax account. So basically, when you're self-employed, you have to manage your own tax. So every time I get payments, I put money into this tax account, which is where, when I need to pay my tax return, all my money is in here, because I have to use that money to pay my tax return, if that makes sense. Then I also have a help to buy ISA, which is basically a help to buy ISA for when I get a house. I've been saving in that for quite a few years now. And then I have my everyday current account. So I'm going to tell you what's in my current account, because you didn't specify, so I'm presuming you'll think current account. But yeah, so basically the way I work my like business is by every month I'll give myself like a wage, and that's what I'm allowed to spend on like my day-to-day stuff, and then I save the rest and use the rest for the business. So in my current account I currently have £685. So yeah, not doing too bad at the moment, but I've been so good recently. I haven't been going out for coffees and food and all that type of thing. So yeah, that's what's in my current account. The next question is, I bet you're struggling to keep money coming in. I feel like the person is referring to obviously what I do is my job, YouTube and all that type of thing. But I'm gonna have to be honest with you, I've been incredibly lucky since I started doing YouTube, and I have not struggled with like the cash flow money, which I'm so grateful for, because honestly, like, having money issues is like probably anyone's biggest worry, and it definitely was when I first left my job. I did think about it a hell of a lot. I was like, oh my god, what if 1 month I don't get a penny in? What am I gonna do? And honestly, I'm not like that. Like, I'm not financially dependent. Like, nobody's financially dependent on me, but I don't have a lot of financial responsibility, so I'm quite lucky. But obviously I know within the next few years that's probably going to change. But with my job, I've been incredibly lucky in that I do earn regular monthly payments, working with brands and through AdSense, and yeah, I'm doing incredibly well, and I'm so grateful for that. And luckily at the moment money isn't an issue for me, and I do have side businesses that I want to launch to ensure that I never really do have money problems. But yeah, no, I actually don't worry about money at the moment, and cash flow hasn't been an issue for me this last like 18 months. You only went vegan for more followers. This is so not true, because I think if anything, going vegan would actually lose your followers, because people just seem not to like vegans, I feel. But that's not true. I went vegan because I seen a video of a frog being killed, and it really upset us. I could see the pain in the frog's eyes, and I seen it in a way that I'd never really seen it before. And then it made us realise, actually, Demi, if a frog's in this much pain, all of the animals you're eating, like the pigs, the cows, they are going to be in pain. So then I decided to pluck up the courage to watch some of the Netflix documentaries, and what I seen literally broke my heart. And I just thought, shit, like, you claim to be an animal lover, but you're sitting there tucking into like a pig. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like once you've gone plant-based for so long, you kind of realise and see the food industry in a very different way, and you do kind of realise that actually it is wrong, and it's only deemed acceptable because it's been like that for so many years. But I truly don't think that meat is going to be around for like the foreseeable. I do feel like people are not going to eat meat as much in like 50 years time, and I think like it will be like humans will be mainly plant-based in like 50 years time. But yeah, so no, I didn't go vegan for followers. I don't even think I would gain more followers if I started talking about veganism on my channel. I definitely do think I would lose more than I would gain. But yeah, it's something that I personally really love. I don't see myself going back to being non-vegan. I have made slip-ups, of course, you know, it's a full lifestyle change. I'm still not fully converted to a vegan lifestyle. It is mainly just plant-based at the moment, but hopefully that is some. The question I got is, you try to be like other people? I never ever try to be like other people. I truly think I'm at a stage now where I'm 100% myself on YouTube, and you know, people who know us will know that. But like, I feel like I'm 100% myself. I love like my little space on YouTube at the minute, the content that I create. Like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm sorry, but I don't think you're right with that one. I think I'm myself. I'm trying to be Welsh, but I'm so not Welsh. I'm like, I don't know what I am. I don't know. This is such a good question. I actually really like this question. But do you feel a pressure when you go out with friends and family to pay for things as they know you're a high earner? I really like this question, and in all honesty, yes, I do feel like that. I do feel like when I go out, people kind of expect, because you're a high earner, to pay for things. But honestly, like, the people around us, like my friends and family, would never ever expect that. But it's just me subconsciously thinking, well, they're going to want me to offer a pay because I've got the money, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, you don't get your dream house doing that, hon. You've got to save your money. So yeah, I do feel like that though, you know. It's weird because none of my family are like that, and neither are my friends. But I just subconsciously think to myself, oh, maybe they're expecting me to pay, like maybe they'll think because I earn a lot I should pay. But my family are not like that at all, and my friends aren't, so it is just me thinking like that. But it is something I do think, like I do think it quite often. Okay guys, so that's going to wrap up the questions for today. I feel like I've talked for quite a while, my mouth is dry, I feel like this is going to be a long video, but I really hope that you enjoyed this Q&A. I feel like I haven't done a Q&A in the longest time. I will link my question and answer playlist below. If you want to know what questions I've answered in the past, head down below. I feel like when I say that, that's pretty grim, like head down below, just below the video, nothing rude, okay? But anyway, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always up for your suggestions, or if you just want to have a general chat, let's chat in the comments. I'm always replying. But yeah, without further ado, I'll see you very shortly for another video. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go and take my makeup off.